You're listening to podcasternews.com.
Welcome to the LA Story Podcast
with Stevie Wilson.
Okay, we're back again. We're having a good time. Oh, by the way, Walter, why don't you step aside so we can actually show the door to the this is where they shoot or play or practice and do all that stuff. And we just moved the, I love the fact that the color of the door is kind of that magenta red kind of.
We used to have a dartboard right here, that's why you have all the divots.
Yeah, that works.
There's no dumping in the garage, we dump in the house.
Well, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually. Okay, and so let's get one thing clear. Walt is not from Boston.
No,
He's from Virginia.
I'm from Richmond, Virginia.
Okay.
We still let him in the band despite that.
Well, that's very kind of you, you know? Yes.
How you join the band?
Johnny's not from Boston.
Actually, I'm not from Boston either. I'm from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
Oh, okay.
Go Steelers. But I went to college in Boston, which is where I met all these guys.
Okay.
And
So where did you guys all go to college?
I went to Northeastern University.
Northeastern.
He went to Northeastern. He went to
Okay.
Northeastern.
I went to UMass Boston.
Okay.
I went to school in Virginia.
Okay. Because I know somebody who was at Emory and then he went to Berkeley.
Emerson.
Emerson.
We
Emerson.
recorded our first record at Emerson.
Yeah. Okay. Because it's interesting the number of people from Boston or from back east, but I mean a lot of Bostonians come here. So, okay, so you got a CD out. Transients.
Yeah.
Okay. You're working off of that, or are you in writing more? And how does the writing situation go for you guys?
There's several ways that we write songs. It could be, a lot of times like someone will come up with music, like Dave writes a lot of the music, and he'll
bring in a demo. People add their own things to the demo, or the other alternative is everyone gets together in here.
Uh-huh.
All jam out together and throw ideas around and concoct a song.
Okay. Okay, and any particular way the lyrics go down, or is it just...
Whatever he feels, that's what he writes.
Okay.
However the music makes me feel, or if sometimes I have an idea of something that I want to write about, and I'll tell the guys like, hey, let's write a song kind of with this kind of feeling, or But if they have got some music going on, I'll might take that into my room, put my headphones on, and
okay.
to that,
Okay.
Or we just write it out at the same time. There's no specific way that we do it. There's lots of different ways that songs come together in this group, which is nice because
it's a real collaborative effort.
Yeah.
And it keeps it different. It keeps every song from sounding the same. We always come at it from a different angle.
That's interesting because I listened to a recent hip hop band who is a big one that came up with this synth techno track kind of thing, and they really wanted, I guess, I label it as it sounded like the same thing over and over and over again, which was great, and it'd be great to dance to, but after about the fourth song, you kind of got a little tired. And it's like, the fact is that people want more than that. I mean, if you want just dance track, you can go into the club or you can just go buy it. You don't have to.
Popular music's moving in a certain way right now, and we're not trying to copy, glom onto that just because that's the trend right now. We're doing our own thing. We've had our own sound since we started back in 2003. So
yeah, and you can definitely tell.
It's always Audible Mainframe.
Well, you can see just from watching the videos, very different presentation. Everybody has a personality and you really rocked the LA landscape pretty well, and I loved whoever picked the locations loved it. It was great. It was so Southern California.
JazzCurry.com. He's our photographer.
Okay, he did a great job. I mean, it was really, really good.
Yeah, he's really good. Really talented.
And having a good image is just as important.
Well, it is. Because it's important about who you guys are. It brands you as much as the music does.
Yeah.
Because if it, you're wearing the Airwalk T-shirt, that kind of stuff, Airwalk will love that. You guys, when is South by Southwest, and how long you get to be there, and how many performances do you get to do?
Right now we play March 18th to the 21st is when we are there. That's kind of the tail end of South by Southwest, but that's when the main music part of the festival happens.
Right.
Right now we have a Spin Magazine showcase at Stubbs, which is a great venue down there in Austin, and we have one more showcase.
RedGorilla.com showcase, but we're also working on lots of by the time we get down there, I mean, this is still kind of early in the game. By the time we get down there, we hope to have upwards of like 5, 6, maybe even 7 shows to play within those, like, you know, the little 4 days that we're going to
Right.
be there. Just because it's a matter of like us maximizing our exposure, playing in front of as many people as we can down there. And you know, the fact that we've already been down there a couple times, we know how to attack it, and we know how to, like, what we want to do and what we want to get out of it. So we're definitely.
Well, yeah, you got to leverage this because this is the money time.
Absolutely, yeah. The goal is to play several times a day, you know, and I mean, get up there as much as possible while we're down there.
It's called lots of caffeine, I guess.
Oh, that's right. You don't need to
Red
sleep.
Bull,
Awesome.
whatever, all day, all night, all that, you know. We're built for this, so it doesn't really matter.
The
you know?
love will take care of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's more of that spiritual guidance.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
More college, too.
That's true. Oh, and by the way, considering that this is now December and this March is still a ways away, you guys will have some new songs probably by then too.
Yeah, I mean,
Most
we're
likely,
still
yeah.
Creating constantly in the studio.
finding ways to make our live show a little bit more interesting, finding ways to make, you know, the songs that we record more interesting and sound different, sound singular, sound like they're Audible Mainframe songs. So we're always in here. We're gonna actually, when we're done with this, we're gonna go in here and start working on some more music. So,
Cool.
you know, yeah, definitely.
Okay. People, you get to see, I'll pick out something to stream and then I'll embed some videos and there'll be links back to MySpace page and all that good stuff for Audible Mainframe. And I really appreciate the fact that these guys, let's put it this way, they're in my hometown. This is where I live. This is their, you know, they're like, you guys are like 3 blocks from the junior high school I went to. I mean, how weird is that? That's
Small
really
world.
very small world.
Yeah.
So when they said Long Beach, I went, what? Okay, homeboys. Sort of. Anyways, this is Stevie for the LA Story. We'd like to thank them for their time. You guys, if you are in Austin or planning on going to Austin, you got to see them. And if we'll have the tour dates that they've got up on their MySpace page, we'll put those on the blog too. So make sure that you make time to go see them because these guys are very, very different. This is not your usual hip hop thing. This is stuff.
Thanks for joining Stevie Wilson on LA Story. Feel free to check out other podcasts and videos. Bookmark it now. www.la-story.com.